Hello, and thank you so much for watching this video. Right, so today I wanted to discuss hyperactivity in children. Okay, so a lot of times parents come to me and they say, oh, my child is so hyper at home, they don't want to sit down, they don't focus, they are always running around, they're doing this, they're doing that, too much energy, right? But then at the end of the day, when you check what the child is eating in terms of the little snacks here and there, you realize that the child's eating is full of juice this, juice that, apple juice, pineapple juice. This juice is not homemade. These are not homemade juices. These are the store-bought juices in the box, right? And then sometimes it's tricky. You'd see a juice box saying 100% juice. Please, if you look at the label, you'll see that it has a lot of sugar in it, right? So normally when I hear a child is being so hyper and all that, I want to see what the child is eating. I want to see how healthy their diet is. So if all of these are good, then that's when I think, okay, maybe there's something else going on. All right. But if, for instance, you're giving your child maybe 2 juice boxes, 3 juice boxes within a day, even before they sleep, they'll drink a juice box. In the morning when they have breakfast, or maybe even without any breakfast, then they are on a juice box. They'll drink it before they go to school, and maybe they haven't even eaten in the morning, and then all they are eating is a juice box and then a cookie, right? Cookies are very sweet, and then the juice that you have in the box is also very sweet. So such a combination, if your child takes it, obviously what they want to do is just run around, and then when they go to school, they will not concentrate. Focus will be zero, because they have this sugar rush within them that they need to let out. So they want to go out and play, whereas the child is in school, so they need to maybe sit down and do some activities, do some work and all that. The teacher has expectations within the day, but then you're not helping the situation because you're not feeding your child the right diet, right? So please, let's keep in mind that good diet for children really goes a long way to help them, right? It goes a long way to help them, especially in the morning when they go to school. They need to be full with something that is healthy, something that is well cooked, and you, the parent, what is inside whatever that you're giving them, right? I even say if you're buying porridge from somewhere for your child, you know how they put so much sugar into the plastic and then they pour the porridge on it. The number of scoops they put inside that porridge, oh my goodness. Always tell them, please, I just need 1 scoop or just half, or tell them. If you tell them what you want, they will do it for you. Because if your child is taking all that porridge and then plenty sugar like that, oh dear, it's going to be all the sugar rush going through their brain, right? And their brain is telling them, go and play, lack focus, you don't have to concentrate, you don't this, all the negative vibes will be going into your child's head, right? So what are some of the healthy options? For instance, in the morning, oats. You can make oats for your child, Tom Brown, even if it's cereal. Most of the cereal are very sweet. So for me, all you need to do is just pour milk on top of the cereal and nothing else. Don't put sugar in it or anything. And when your child develops the taste for instance, eating cereal without sugar, they will continue eating it. But if you add sugar to it all the time, then they'll be expecting to have that extra sweetness in their cereal, and that doesn't help, right? So you want to minimize sugar especially in the morning when you are giving them breakfast. And then let's say you give your child snack for school. So maybe after eating lunch, later on during the day, what should they take? Some parents will give their child a juice box and cookie, a juice box and cookie, and that's what they take to school every day for snack. And that is not a very good option. What I normally recommend is plan your child's snack within the week and try as much as possible to replace these juice boxes with the real fruit. So for instance, if it's apple juice that you want to give to your child, give them diced apple. Diced. If it's pineapple juice that you want to give them real diced pineapple. Okay. If it's mango juice that you want to give them real chopped mango. Okay. One time I bought this mango juice. Oh my goodness. You pour water into it. It's like you pour like a quarter of the mango juice and you pour water for it to fill the glass, and it still tasted sweet. So you can imagine what is on the market there for us to buy. And normally even the tricky ones are the ones that have the 100% juice written on them. Because when you see that, you think, oh my goodness, this is so good. It's just real juice. It's just real. It's just like eating the real fruit. No, it's not. It's not like eating the real fruit at all. So please, teach your children how to eat healthy. Getting a fruit for your child, it wouldn't take like a second or two. If you can't even cut it up for them, fine. There are some schools, they will cut it up for you. For us, we do. If you bring a whole apple and your child can eat it by themselves, we'll cut it up for them. But it's good if parents can cut it up, put it in the bowl, bring it in, and then the teachers can go ahead and give it to the child, right? And then what are some of the healthy snacks that you can pack for your child? Let's look at real fruits. That's a good option, right? You can make sandwiches too. You can make different types of sandwiches: cheese sandwich, peanut butter sandwich, egg sandwich, sardine sandwich, tuna sandwich, different sandwiches. These days, if you go on the internet, you have so many options, right? So aside the sandwiches, you can also put cereal bars in your child's bag, but try not to go for the cereal bars that have those gel in the middle, because that's pure sugar with some flavor, right? So if you are trying to avoid too much sugar, you don't want to go for the cereal bars that have the gel in the middle. Sometimes they will say real fruits, but my goodness, check the label. That is very important. When you check the label, that will tell you whether it's real or not, right? And then other things that you need to look out for is minimizing how much of the juice you are giving to your child within a week, right? I normally think that for you to be able to minimize it, you need to make giving juice to your child like a special thing, right? So maybe you give juice to your child maybe twice a week. It could be one day during the weekend, and then one day during the week. Or if you want to send it to school with your child, a snack, maybe one day in the week, like beginning of the week, and then maybe getting to the end of the week. So maybe a Monday and a Thursday. And then sometimes too, you could combine the juice box with a healthy option. So for instance, if it's a juice box and cookie, you could rather go for a juice box and a sandwich, or crackers with cheese, so that makes it extra healthy. You don't want to pump too much sugar, because already the juice is sweet, then you give a cookie as well. Such a combination, it doesn't help, right? Or sometimes some kids would would have a juice box, then maybe real fruit, and then a cookie or a biscuit or whatever. For me, I would say, why don't you do away with the juice box? Because you have fruit in there already. So the fruit, your child eats it, it's just going to be like juice. So why add the juice to it? Is it because your child is asking for it? Is it everything that your child asks for that you just give it to them when you know that it won't really help them? So sometimes we need to make certain choices for our children, right? So if it's a better option, then you choose that for your child. And if it's not a better option, then you suggest a better option for your child. For instance, your child comes to you and says, I want juice, mommy. Oh, what juice do you want? I want apple juice. Okay, I have real apple over here. I can cut it up for you to eat. Oh no, mommy, I want the real juice. Then you tell your child, educate your child. Oh, you know what? When you chew the apple, it's going to be just like juice in your mouth, and it's going to go into your tummy, and that's the same as the juice that you're going to drink. Okay? Please never underestimate children. It's always good to give them information. Don't treat them as if they don't have a sense of themselves, or they don't understand, they are too young. No, there's nothing like too young in children. If you explain something to them and you keep explaining to them, they will understand. You know, for instance, me, if a child comes to me, I reason with them, right? And I won't force you. No. I will reason with you for you to eventually tell me it's not a good option, right? Or that's not a right thing for me to do. But then if you just leave a child for them to decide and always be the bus riders, then they're going to continue being the bus riders, right? But as a parent, you need to let your child know that you are the adult and you are going to decide what is good for them, because you are the older one, right? But if you let your child ride the bus all the time, then that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to always cry and throw a tantrum for them to get what they want, right? So always make sure that you have these better option for your child. For instance, my daughter, I buy juice boxes sometimes, but I don't buy them plenty, and I put them at the top of the shelf, and it's when I think it's okay for her to have it that I give it to her. So most of the time she doesn't even talk about it a lot, because she's out of sight, out of mind. So the more she doesn't see it, the more she doesn't talk about it. So her better option is the water she sees in the fridge, and that's it. And sometimes she would say, Mommy, please, can I have juice? And if I think she hasn't had juice for some time, sometimes I'll honor it. But other times I'll tell her, oh no, you can have it another time, not today, right? But then when you open the fridge, I have sweet pear, I have apples, I have grapes, I have, even she likes carrot and peanut is one of her favorite snacks. Yes. So we cut up the apple, we cut up the carrots for her, and then we add peanuts butter on the side, and then she'll sit down and chew it, and she dips the carrot into the peanuts and eats it crunchy. She loves it. She's only 3, so it's not like the child can't chew the carrot. It's too hard for them or anything like that. She chews it and she likes it. So it's only if you introduce your child to something that they will like it. But if you don't introduce them to it, they will never like it, So please, parents, let's pay attention to what we give our children. Juice boxes every day, cookies every day, and candy all the time. Anytime the child wants chocolate this, chocolate that, and please, let's pay attention to it, because the more we pay attention to our children's diet, the more we make sure that they grow healthy, right? They have to grow healthy. And you have to not contribute to your child picking up an illness. Sometimes the doctor will probably not know that you pump your child with all these sugar, and at the end of the day your child gets diagnosed with some illness, and then you think, oh yeah, and then you start giving them medication and all that. Whereas if you had probably paid attention to their diet, it wouldn't have caused all this problem, right? So please, let's pay attention to what we give to our children to eat, especially in the morning and for snack. Very, very important. Okay, so thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.